It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC South rivals. It's the Colts and the Jaguars. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 23.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for, who can get off to a fast start. If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. On second down, ETN once more. And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
You can bet they're not going to go away from the running game anytime soon. This is obviously not a good start. 2 carries, 2 runs, both stopped for a loss.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 58 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. From the 5, 2nd and 4. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Back to throw Dobbs. Touchdown! Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Lawrence to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, Lawrence. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Dobbs. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And this would be quite a start for them if they could win 2 straight on the road.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. They gave them 2 road games right out of the gate. But the thinking on the team has to be, imagine if we win these 2 games. What a setup for the rest of the season for us.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dobbs to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Now Dobbs. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Lawrence from his end zone. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dobbs. He's got his man. It's Pierce. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Dobbs is throwing. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. First down, Indianapolis. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, this is your halftime report. First, we go to New Orleans, where the Bucs in the first quarter, Tom Brady steps back, throws to Mike Evans, touchdown for the Bucs to open the scoring in that one. Mike Evans with a touchdown reception to take the lead 6-0. Extra point is up and good. Tom Brady again in the second would throw a nice touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. What a touchdown reception by Chris Godwin, and what a nice play by the QB, Tom Brady. PAT is up and good. One play, 52 yards. The Saints would kick a field goal late in the second on a 4th and 8 to make it a 14-3 ball game, and that one would go to halftime, 14-3. From there, we travel to New York, where the Panthers would open the scoring. Cam Newton passes to DJ Moore to take the early lead, 6-0. Extra point is up and good. 4 plays and 28 yards. Daniel Jones in the second throws a nice pass to Darius Slayton for a touchdown. What a throw by Daniel Jones. Extra point is up and good. The Panthers would kick a field goal in less than 2 minutes in the second to make it a 10-7 ball game. However, the Giants would also attempt a field goal of their own with 9 seconds left in the second. And that one would also be good, and that one would go to halftime tied at 10-10.
On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Colts to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. On first down, Dobbs to throw. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Again, it's Taylor. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Devin Lloyd brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Week 2 underway around the NFL. And a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener. The 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader. Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern. And then Minnesota and Philly kicking off a little over an hour later. Lawrence, he'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Etienne. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They go play action now. Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd and 9, Dobbs. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Dobbs. Left side, he finds Pierce. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dobbs. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Dobbs. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Dobbs. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Jones has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. Incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Again, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Kind of picked themselves up from that one.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Dobbs throw caught by Pierce. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
First and 10, Taylor now. DeJuan Smoot there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Taylor. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. On second down, it's Taylor. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as he'll stop him with 27 seconds showing on the clock. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down 14-7. A little over 20 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on 1st down. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Back to throw, Lawrence. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Lawrence. Flushed out right. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean partner, they weren't able to really run away with this game. So that tells us just how important it was to make sure you played mistake-free football. That led to the victory.
So for the Colts, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.